Welcome back to another episode of Trail Talk. My name is Evan, and we have Eric.
Hey.
What's going on?
I'm here.
Behind the camera. And today we're talking about, Eric, interior storage.
Okay.
Where is it? How can I add more of it? Maybe even outside of the vehicle as well. And just kind of talk through what is even available. So, first things first. There are some things in a vehicle that are always going to be here no matter what. Number one, most all of the time, somewhere around this area, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have a glove box.
Yep.
Depending on the vehicle, on a Razor, it could be up in the top, and then they also have one here. A Ranger has like 2 glove boxes. There's like a top one, a bottom one. The General, which we're in here, has this bottom one, and then we actually have something here, Eric.
Is that an accessory?
This is an accessory,
Nice.
but if this accessory wasn't here,
It's still more storage.
there would be a tray. I'm just taking everything apart. A tray like this, very long, that would be in there, okay?
Yep.
So you'd have, in this case, in this stock setup, you'd have an open storage, closed storage. We'll come back to this. If you come kind of from the front here so you can see this, just like normal, like you know, you'd be used to in everyday life in your truck or whatever.
Center console.
Center console. The most cavernous black, look at Gatorade.
Giraffe arm. In.
And I can still put my hand in. Do we have large bananas that we can use for
It
reference?
doesn't show up on camera, but it is a big.
You can totally lose the Gatorade down below. There's actually a power port down in there too. But you have a center console, which, by the way, in the aftermarket, you can get accessories that further help you organize in there. You can get little lock boxes that go in here and secure certain things. You can use these in a ton of cool different ways. Again, there's some things up here too that we'll talk about. Even something as cup holders, right?
Yeah.
Boom. There's 2 cup holders up here. There's 2 in the rear for the passengers, right? In a Ranger, I think there's like 6 cup holders up here.
There's more than in my truck.
That's what the line is. There's more cup holders than in your truck. I think it's technically maybe 4. Actually, it's like 6. There's like 2 in the doors, 2 here, 2 here.
There's a lot.
Go count the cup holders in a Ranger. Put in the comments. Not saying you'll get anything, but I just need to know. Or maybe I'll look. But there's a ton of stuff up here. There's also, before we go to the rear, different solutions that you can get. So this storage solution is so easy. It comes in the mail, like all things do. It is weather resistant. So one downside, I would say, again, none of this is needed, but if you want to improve some capability, one downside to open storage, if you look in here, right,
Dirty.
can get a little dust on
A
it.
little wet. Yeah.
That might not matter depending on what you're doing. But if you want to have some enclosed storage, check this out. There's Velcro on the bottom.
It's not gonna come flying out.
Nope. There's actually scary adhesive Velcro that you put down in the cab here. And then the best way to do this, I really like to get the Velcro like totally on there, is you put your fingers under it and hold it up.
Nice tip.
Throw it down.
Pro tip, Velcro guy.
Velcro pro tips, never thought in my life. People said it wasn't possible. I like this bag actually because it's padded. So of all the places, this longer area is where I like to put my phone. But you can put things in here like the top's padded, the sides. So if you're worried about like a phone, you know, bumping around on like kind of plastic walls, super easy. Put it up here, put other stuff here, done. This bag, not expensive, by the way. Don't know the price, maybe we'll flash it on the screen. Not expensive. In here though, also, super cavernous, word of the day, cavernous. You've got the USB hookup,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Nice.
Bop for the ride command screen. You can put the owner's manual in here, like a lot of people like to do. Med kit, recovery gear even. You could legit put a small air compressor in here. I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
talked about the cavernous center console. Doors, Eric.
Okay.
So we sell a variety of doors on full on Rangers, for example. That's a common vehicle to enclose. Also, you can totally enclose the General. Actually, you can enclose every side-by-side. However, the full doors for kind of like a Ranger full cab setup are more what I'm talking to, but those will have storage down below. And then any door in the aftermarket, you can see all these screws here.
Yeah.
Usually aftermarket companies will utilize different screws, and they will put door bags into vehicles. So if you were in the vehicle, right next to you here could just be a nice zipper. Open the thing right up, put something in. A lot of them have compartmentalized bags, Eric.
Cool.
So there's like small area for your phone. You could put something else here, whatever you want to do. Basically, there's a lot of storage, like a lot more than you would think.
Yeah, I never thought that. I never thought about storing things in the door.
The door, not a common spot. In a vehicle, that's where I put bug spray, you know?
Yeah.
Sunscreen.
Exactly. I'm with you on that.
Mace.
You never know. Gotta be safe.
A horde of zombies runs up to the vehicle, mace them all.
There you go.
Okay, in the rear of the vehicle, Eric, how about you come over here and I'll go around. First and foremost, the back of a General, actually really comfortable. And I am very tall. So in the back of the vehicle here, we also have some things that come stock. Number one, another entirely cavernous center console. Not often are these in cars, am I correct?
I don't have one. No, because it's like a 3-person seat in the back.
Exactly, nor do I in my 4Runner.
Some cars do, but
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You can put a lot in here, more medical, food, radios, whatever you want. Because again, you don't want stuff loose.
no.
So that's awesome. We have this little slot here and this slot, which did we determine once upon a time this is for phones and this is for mega cookies?
Yes.
You had, other than your job today, you had one other job.
I know. I ate the cookies. I'm sorry.
He was supposed to bring cookies for demonstration.
Yeah, they're gonna fit in there like a toaster, but they're in my stomach now.
Hard to fault a man for eating a good cookie.
I'm sorry.
Slots for this. You have a cubby here. Guess what? Aftermarket companies also make a ton of cool accessories that integrate with this stuff and potentially replace certain things here as well. More cup holders. Back here, another not expensive accessory that you can add here, Eric. And again, like, you know, from Polaris, whatever, tons of people make awesome bags. Not trying to just sell Polaris, right? Just trying to say there's awesome storage solutions that can create tons of storage in this vehicle. So you have a bag that's here. It simply goes around this bar, fits in perfect, is a nice convenient thing. Other ones do too. Open it right up. Actually, a lot of storage in here. We really don't I mean, I don't have anything in here right now because we just got this. Was this stage for this episode? Yeah, I don't know. But there's a divider in here. There's a mesh divider. You could put a lot of stuff in here, in all honesty. I mean, you could put nearly all your recovery gear in here if you did want to. You wouldn't want to put super heavy stuff in here.
You put clothes for an overnight.
Oh my gosh, extra layers overnight. You could put sleeping bags in here,
Yeah.
Eric. And this I love. So if you're a passenger, on the outside there's this mesh, like only for a phone possible section. I actually really like this. The back is very durable and like slippery. Not slippery in that your phone would come out, but like very usable.
Sure.
And then you could have your phone right in here. And if you had a rear panel like we do, front windscreen, not as much dust coming to this area. Do you have your phone on you?
I do.
Give me your phone. I forgot mine. It's over there. Boom. Let me turn that off. You know, for personal reasons. It's a picture of me. Phone goes right in, right? Also down here, phone goes right in if you want. There's 2 phone spots. If you weren't bringing cookies, like, or someone ate them like he did, boom, phone could go right there.
Yes.
So, tons of storage options. Here's your phone back.
Thanks.
Takes skill to run the camera, run the sound, and
Just hitting the red button.
Do this weird lean that you're doing and get a phone.
It's fine.
Other storage solutions that we don't even have that could be here. This bar is a common place that companies use to attach storage to. Above us, in the rooftop, on the crossbar, from a lot of times on Razors too, but other vehicles, from sidebar to sidebar, there will be an entire bag that goes across.
Okay.
There's some really cool overland companies that do, it's called like a hammock.
Okay.
And it's sort of this material, this like mesh material, and it hangs not like deep, but tightly, but you can put also like layers up there or
Sure.
lighter stuff, and it just holds it up out of the way in your roof.
There's so much negative space that's not being used. That's what's cool, even about the bag right under your arm there. Like,
Nothing would go here otherwise. When I have ridden on like press events or random times, meaning when I don't have a like built out vehicle, this is where I like stuff my rain jacket.
Sure.
I like stuff it down behind a seat.
Yeah.
And it always gets dusty and wet and like, you know, by the end. So if I had this, throw it right into, boom, how amazing.
dialed.
Here's another pro tip, Eric. If you have a 4-seater or even a 2-seater and you don't ride with people frequently, you can remove seats
Okay.
and put other things in. Here is an example. Firstly, we have the general. Once again, we showed this before, but seat, latch beneath here. Look how easy, right? Let's get that out of the way. This is a flat area, and there are companies who make epic flatbed storage sections. There's ways you can tie down here. Catch this throwback. And if you know at all what I'm talking about, can you hear that?
A little bit.
We've got enthused riders nearby. If you get this reference, you are a real OG. There was a Razor made once upon a time that was the Jagged X Desert Edition. Do you know this Razor, Eric?
I don't.
Based on the Desert Race team, Jagged X, it was a 4-seat chassis with 2 front seats, and in place of the rear seats, but still into these brackets, went storage boxes.
Okay.
You catch my drift here?
Yeah, yeah.
And they had the same latching mechanism. So if you come down here, I'm kicking myself because I have these in our garage,
Yes.
and I should have brought them.
Oh.
You latch them, right, has the same footprint, and literally, you can put storage boxes, boop, bang,
Click it right in?
clicked right in. And then it opens on the top, huge storage thing, both sides, and then the whole rear essentially becomes a whole storage unit.
Sure.
There's different areas. You can use the floor, obviously, but there's actually a ton of different ways that you can store things in a vehicle like this.
It's a lot of options.
Lots of options. And then also back here, you know, Eric, this is more of an interior episode, but let's not forget, you also have awesome rack solutions. There's boxes you can put back here also that are totally enclosed, coolers, whatever. The point is, come on over to my office. The point is, Eric, side-by-sides have so much more storage than I think people are used to and might be remembering to the early days of side-by-sides, when admittedly, there totally could have been more storage. These days, with center consoles and storage bags and door bags and black hole cavities that can eat up an entire Gatorade.
Cookie holders.
Cookie holders, stuff in the back as well. Being able to delete the seats, right? You could delete you can't delete all the seats. The driver needs a seat.
Yeah, you gotta sit on something.
Delete 1 to 3 seats and, you know, half the seats in the back. You can set this thing up like Legos, nearly, and make it however you want to. The fact that the seats go in and out this easy, and you could swap it out, put the storage box in, take it out, is so cool. So, Eric.
Yes.
Did you learn of any new storage solutions in this video?
For sure.
I also did.
Yeah.
And I did the video.
You did.
I just thought I totally forgot the Jagged X boxes are actually like one of the coolest hacks. We don't have them on our website, but you can find them on dealer sites. I literally bought some, we bought them. We bought our old boxes. They work, they're awesome. You'll actually see them in some future videos, but Eric.
Yeah.
Storage, numerous.
Plenty of options.
Plenty of options.
Yeah.
Final thing, per usual, if you know what I'm gonna say, all of this stuff is so cool, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, even if it had 0 storage, I'd be like, it's a power sports vehicle with 100+ horsepower. How can you not have fun? Very cool, but if you don't ride it, it's really not that cool anyway. And if you don't ride the vehicle and you're like, hey, it doesn't have enough storage, that doesn't even make sense to me. What are you storing, right? You're storing dust, you're storing dust bunnies, doesn't make sense. So ultimately, what we always want to be the takeaway of all of our videos is please just go out and ride. Have a good time, take the family out, head out on your own, lone wolf it, whatever, and have an awesome time in the outdoors. Thank you so much for joining us for this trail talk. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.